What's happening, Reject Nation? I'm Greg Alba.
I'm John Humphrey.
We gonna watch a trailer about one bad mother.
Shut your mouth!
But I'm talking about Shaft.
You damn right.
Yeah. We got 3 times the Shaft in this movie.
3 generations.
Black exploitation is back. I believe the villain in this one is Liam Neeson.
Is it?
Are you a big Shaft fan?
I have seen every Shaft movie multiple times.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the TV show. Before we hop into this, I just wanted to say a special thank you to everyone who's been following us on the Stardust app. That shit is free to download and use. Over there, we do 30-second reaction reviews for films, TV shows, trailers. Post daily over there. I'm so happy that we're at 8,000 followers now. That's what brings me joy in life. So download the app and follow us today. Wow, it's almost as if it's nearly 15 hours later than the last shot you saw us in.
What?
Yeah, it's just so much darker in here.
I didn't realize anything had changed.
It's almost as if I didn't think this trailer was going to come out and got a large coupon Jersey Mike's turkey sandwich to go to bed early.
Really? Is that what happened?
But no, I'm saying that didn't happen. This is all the same take.
Definitely. I was wearing this the whole time.
Isn't that weird?
Clothes. Yeah.
I didn't put these back on. Let's watch this.
What are you talking about? We're exactly the same as we were before. I don't know why you're bringing it up. Ooh, yeah.
I'm looking for a Shaft.
Damn straight.
Who's asking? John Shaft Jr.
Oh.
My son. Junior? Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, glitter on his face. Make it out.
You know they say that Cat Shaft is a bad mother.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Black James Bond.
Black James Bond. Probably.
If you go pursue this investigation, I'm gonna have to babysit your ass.
This feels like Ride Along.
Kinda.
How long has it been?
Never long enough. Lady Syphilis, Madam Chlamydia, it's lovely to meet you both.
Junior, well, see a little better.
Please tell me that you did not get our son involved in your bullshit.
What is wrong with you? You picked up a bat.
You can't beat up a woman. Why not? Because she's a woman. That's like misogynistic.
You weren't being misogynistic. I ain't mentioned her gender.
Okay.
I'm an equal opportunity ass whooper.
Oh,
no, violent people in Harlem.
Like nothing like
Totally fit that one.
Awesome.
Sash, you okay? Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Back in the day, we didn't need guns. All we needed was a bare knuckle.
Damn.
Well, you can't be too prepared.
Boom.
Damn.
Wow.
300.
Oh, hell no, I shut it. Damn right. What's up?
Oh, I dig it.
Oh well, happy birthday
I dig
to
it,
me.
Shaft.
Nah, you know what the real tagline should have been? He's one bad mother, but an even worse father. Because his son did not turn out anything like him.
Honestly, when I heard about this movie,
Uh-huh.
I thought it sounded pretty dumb. I did. Like I think I even said that in a video where I briefly talked about it. I'm like, this sounds like a stupid idea, and also when I heard about the son element, I thought, oh gosh, this is gonna be that annoying thing that like Independence Day 2 did, and you know, like Die Hard, those movies where it's like you're passing through Indiana Jones.
I'm a generic
You know?
dad.
I thought it was gonna turn into that.
Yeah.
But I actually feel like I can watch this guy. Yeah.
Well, 'cause
it had a little bit of like a Miles Morales element
Yeah,
you know?
because the thing is, he doesn't seem very opposed to having his son on board for the journey. It's just very clear that they aren't anything alike, and he is very much a fish out of water.
I love that kind of comedy element too, where you got I think of very different, but That 70s Show. Hey, well, this is from the 70s franchise.
That 70s movie.
Yeah, amen.
Shaft.
So, in that 70s show, you have the dad who's a hard ass, and then you got Topher Grace who's like, soft and tries to learn to be tough, and it's kind of that dynamic you see here. And I'm really on board for that. And I also like that they're not, covering up OG Shaft's.
Yeah, man.
His character being in here, that they're using that as a way to promote the movie, which I think is really smart.
Oh, totally.
Because
it's three generations
of Shaft, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Like, that's really cool. Richard Roundtree coming back for this, and it's not like, oh, hey, is he gonna make a cameo? Or they like, oh, he's an actual character in this. This is so cool.
At least how they're pitching it right now, which, I mean, I didn't really know what to expect coming into this trailer from the tone and stuff, so I was like surprised a little bit by how much humor they want to go. Like, not that Shaft hasn't had, like, those movies always have a groove and a personality about them, but I don't as much associate them overtly with comedy as this trailer maybe gave me. And I think that's interesting.
Is this the third Shaft movie to be just called Shaft?
Oh, probably. The remake with Sam Jackson's called Shaft, and this one's just called Shaft. I think
it's not exactly a remake.
Oh, no, it's not actually.
Nephew.
In fact, that's right. They said it's not a remake. I totally screwed that up.
Well, Richard Roundtree, he cameos. See, he cameos in that one.
Yeah.
But here he's an actual character. And, it's obvious the Shaft franchise has evolved very much since the original Shaft, And it doesn't really feel like it has any of the dark crime elements to it. It feels more like a Tim Story well-made comedy, if I'm being honest in that department. And I don't know how. I don't really know the Shaft fan base. I barely remember the originals. I kind of remember the Sam Jackson one, and what I remember with the Sam Jackson one was Christian Bale's in it. He's the bad guy. Yeah. A lot of people forget that.
And Toni Collette's in it too.
Toni Collette, there's actually like a lot of people in that movie. But I remember feeling like, I don't really know how I feel about this movie. It's kind of fun, but Sam Jackson's great. And
he's born to play Shaft at some point.
He's born to play anybody. And I thought it was going to be about the son primarily, but it looks like they're still keeping the central focus to be Samuel L. Jackson.
That's smart.
Which I think is a smart marketing maneuver. But it's Sam Jackson, man. He's going to be I put out a tweet about this, and I completely forgot about this movie.
Yeah.
He is going to be the highest paid actor this year. Yeah. Glass, Captain Marvel, presumably Endgame, and Shaft, and Far From Home. Like, this dude.
5 and counting.
He's gonna be the top paid actor this year, man.
I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the advance in the tone is interesting because it does seem like I like when properties like this allow the characters to age and stuff, and to every time you check back in with them, life has gone by a little bit, and so I feel like maybe the more overt comedy edge is very much an earmark of the now, but I feel like that could maybe be helpful because blaxploitation isn't as, I feel like, heavily produced a genre as it was, back in the heyday of like the 70s and stuff like that.
We'll see.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, though, is like, because they just rebooted Superfly, and that kind of came and went and got middling reviews, and so I'm wondering if they're updating the sense of humor, because, again, those movies always had a sense of swagger.
I personally really like it.
Yeah,
because it's still got a style, and it seems like it's still it's like a little more tongue-in-cheek and more self-aware, which I appreciate that element to it. So I feel like it's a smart maneuver, honestly.
Yeah, this could almost do for blaxploitation movies what, like, 21 Jump Street did for itself. Whereas,
exactly.
We're going to acknowledge the past, but also update it to the now.
And I feel like this might be this is the first time ever where I'm like, oh, the son of the character, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Normally I'm like, God, I don't want this. And I'm actually liking it,
and knowing that they're going to have both John Shaft and Shaft Sr. on board.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
For all three of them,
but it grounds it. You know?
I'm interrupting you alive.
No, but the thing is that's cool is I think it makes the sun's presence that much better because it's not like, oh, we're mostly gonna focus on the sun.
We're trying to make you forget about it.
Yeah, we really like what people really want to see is Sam Jackson and Richard Roundtree. They're not gonna see that much of them.
Yeah.
It looks like this is the perfect way to introduce the sun. So if we happen to like him that much, then we can have another
Exactly.
shot with him and stuff like that. So.
You know what, John? As much as I like the lighting in here, I think before we wrap this video up,
We should turn more lights on.
or we should change the weather.
Turn back time.
Let's turn back time, almost as if we shot an intro and outro 16 hours ago.
Wow, that's a whole lot of time. You want to one,
It's
two,
almost
three?
as if Warner Brothers usually releases these so much earlier.
You would think that's how most of them happen, except this one.
Anywho, voila! Listen, guys, before we wrap this video up, I want to give a Patron of the Day shout out to a man named James Stegans, who has never given us the shaft on our Patreon page. He's been loyally pledged for such a long time.
James Stegans is one bad motherfucker. No, we're not.
Fucker.
He is one bad motherfucker. It's true.
He also has a very impressive shaft.
He does. I've seen it.
He sends us too many photos of it, but you got to admit it's an impressive shaft.
It's impressively larger than the tip or the balls. It's weird.
He's so in tune with God, he can summon a shaft, which is
Shaft
a
of
ray
light,
of
yeah.
light or a bolt of lightning.
Yeah.
I was clearly have several definitions of the word shaft pulled up on my
Summon a
Google
shaft
page
of
right now.
sunlight like it's nobody's business, that James Stegans. He could just summon a shaft of light down an elevator shaft by just, catching the reflection of the sun in the shaft of his penis. Because he's a pretty white guy.
And he's white. We don't have any African American patrons.
Not in this tier.
No. Yeah, in this tier. Yeah. What do you think of the new Shaft trailer? Are you excited for Tim Story to tell another great story? You guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation, click that notification bell, and download and follow us on the Stardust app. Yay!